For your chance to win a daily prize of £1,000, download the Raffler app today. There's a referral link in the description to the Google Play and App Store. Use that link and get an extra £100 bonus added to your daily prize. Also, over on g2a.com, use the promo code CHES to get a discount on your Xbox, PlayStation codes and games. Link in the description down below. Hey guys, welcome to my Fantasy League. This is the first time I've done something like this on the channel, so if you want to join my Fantasy League, there is an auto-join link in the description down below. It's on the Premier League website, it's the official one, and I do have a Twitch subscriber League 2. If you were involved in that last year, then I've renewed the league. You'll still be in it, just so you're aware. But yes, make sure you follow the link in the description and go and join up on Fantasy League. It's free to join, and let me know either in the comment section down below, or feel free to tweet me pictures of your fantasy team as well. I'm just going to run you quickly through mine and show you what I've decided to go with this year. Obviously, you can make transfers throughout the year as well. A limited number, but still, they can be very, very vital when it comes to just getting the edge on your opponents. Making the right transfer at the right time, depending on the fixtures, could be the difference between winning a fantasy league and not winning a fantasy league. So follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below, so we can be updating each other all the time on how we're doing, etc. And like I say, show me some pictures of your fantasy teams on Twitter and join the league on the link in the description. But I'm just going to show you my personal team. You get £100 million to spend, and my goalkeeping choice was pretty much the only one I felt that I would want to go with. David De Gea. He's currently down as my vice-captain, but I might be changing my captains yet for this particular first weekday. I haven't yet decided, but De Gea is the obvious choice at goalkeeper. He was the best goalkeeper in the Premier League last year, arguably one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in Europe last year, although I'm sure Gianluigi Buffon would have something to say about that. But £5.5 million, I think David De Gea cost in the Fantasy League. So we'll scroll a little bit further down. You'll be able to... Actually, I can't scroll across, can I? If I do this, you can see I still need to create my custom kit, which I haven't yet done. But you can see from this screen here, the defence is as follows. I'm going with a 3-4-3. So we'll have to wait and see how well that plays out for me. But I've got Virgil van Dijk, Toby Alderweireld and Scott Dan. My theory is Tottenham were very good last year. They'll continue to be very good. The theory at Crystal Palace is they've signed Steve Mandanda, who's a very, very good goalkeeper. They've also signed James Tompkins as well, a centre-back from West Ham. So they might be a little bit more solid defensively this year, Crystal Palace. So that's why I've gone with Scott Dan. He is normally a good player to go with as well, because he occasionally pops up with the odd goal from a corner or something similar. So I've gone with Scott Dan, Toby Alderweireld and Virgil van Dijk, who was by far Southampton's best partner for Jose Fonte. Fonte was the best defender for Southampton last year, but the partnership he and Van Dijk put together was particularly impressive. And Fonte is currently injured, or he only has a 50% chance of playing. That's why I went with Van Dijk over Fonte. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with Jose Fonte. But they face Watford on the opening day. I'm hoping they can keep a clean sheet at St Mary's. Tottenham face Everton. It's going to be a difficult game, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. And I would like to think that Crystal Palace can keep a clean sheet at home to West Brom as well. And also, equally, would like to think that Manchester United could keep a clean sheet away from home against Bournemouth on the opening day too. So, fingers crossed, my defence should be pretty good for some points on the opening day. As we move to the midfield, I've gone with a mixture of attacking and defensive players, although they're from only two clubs. I've gone two defensive players from Chelsea, Matic and N'Golo Kante. And as you can see, we've gone for Sadio Mane at Liverpool and Felipe Coutinho. Now, unfortunately, the fixtures haven't quite worked in my favour here. Liverpool have Arsenal away on the opening day, but Liverpool do tend to do quite well at the Emirates, so we'll have to wait and see how they get on. Chelsea at home to West Ham, hopefully will be a good game for Chelsea. We'll have to wait and see. First game under Antonio Conte, who is obviously Italian, and the Italians tend to be slightly more defensive, so Kante and Matic should be crucial in that formation. You'd like to think. We'll have to wait and see. Coutinho, obviously one of the better midfielders in the league, has an explosive shot from distance and was very, very impressive for Liverpool last year. That obviously is why he's been selected. And Mane, one of the best players that Southampton had offensively, and I think he was really going to fit in well at Liverpool, and he had a good pre-season as well. So I'm hoping that the two of them can get some good points going forward. Kante and Matic will hopefully get some good points in the defensive side of things as well, with like clean sheets, etc. So we'll have to wait and see how things go there. And then my attackers are as follows. Sergio Aguero is my captain, mainly because they're playing Sunderland at home. I'd like to think Aguero will pick up a couple of goals. Harry Kane obviously had to be the one that we selected as well, and I went with Ahmed Musa, who was impressive for Leicester in pre-season. I'm not sure how well he's going to cope with the Premier League, but I think he could do quite well. And also, Leicester have Hull away on the opening day. Hull aren't necessarily in the right state to be attacking the Barclays Premier League. It's not Barclays Premier League anymore, is it? They're not necessarily in the right state as a club to be opening the season right now. They're in a little bit of turmoil, so I'm hoping Musa might tear them apart. I went with him over Vardy because I don't quite think Jamie Vardy's going to have the same impact this year as he did last year. He'll still probably score quite a few goals, but I think Aguero and Kane are probably the two shoo-ins for a number of goals this year. So going with a very attacking 3-4-3 formation. Hopefully these guys can do me well. On my bench, I have Mandanda, as I mentioned earlier. Was impressed with him when he was in France. Hopefully he can do well at Palace. Wayne Hennessy was their #1 goalkeeper last year, but I think Mandanda will probably play ahead of Hennessy, but I'm not sure. That's why I've started Mandanda on the bench, because De Gea will definitely start. Gone with Lamine Kone at Sunderland for my defensive rotation player. I will probably swap him out for Ashley Williams at some point, but Ashley Williams was injured currently, or he isn't available for Everton's first game of the season against Tottenham at home. Plus, it's Tottenham at home, so he wouldn't have been in the starting lineup anyway. But obviously Kone won't be in the starting lineup either, because they have Manchester City, and I don't think Sunderland are going to be keeping clean sheets against Man City. My midfield player, I've gone with Coquelin. I spent big on a number of my players. Like Mane was 9 million, Coutinho was 8.5, Aguero was 13, Harry Kane was 11 or 11.5. So I spent big on a number of players in my starting lineup, so I had to go for some cheaper options on the bench. As such, Francis Coquelin has been the one that I've gone for in midfield, and I've gone with Funes Mori as well at centre-back. I think he and Ashley Williams might be able to create a fairly decent partnership. Funes Mori was decent for Everton last year, and I think Ashley Williams will be more solid alongside him at the back than John Stones was. And also, under Ronald Koeman, they should be better defensively than they were under Roberto Martinez. So Everton defensive players make more sense this season than they did last year. They're my thoughts. That's the side that I've gone with. Let me know in the comment section down below which players you've gone with. And of course, like I say, feel free to tweet me pictures, etc., so I can see your team as well. Link is in the description to my fantasy league. There's also just going to be the code there if you just want to copy the code and paste it into the section on the website. But that's my my league. Like I say, I have got my Twitch subscriber league still there from last year, which is the, as you might be able to tell, Chesnoid Gaming's Twitch sub-league. Rather unique name there, so feel free to continue to be a part of that if you're one of my Twitch subscribers. And if you're a new Twitch subscriber that hasn't got the code for that league and you'd like it, drop me a direct message either on Twitter if I follow you, or on Twitch preferably, so I can let you know. In fact, I may even send a group message out on Twitch to you guys to say, look, sub-league's back up, here's the code, etc. So keep an eye on your Twitch DMs. If you don't get that DM, or you'd like to just have it as soon as possible before I send it out, then direct message me on Twitch and I'll reply to you with the code. But that's kind of my team. I'm hoping that I can do quite well this year. I finished kind of mid-table in my fantasy league last year, and I always tend to, like, I'm really intrigued and really active on it at the beginning of the season. Then it gets to like February and it's like, oh, I forgot to do my transfers this week, or I forgot to update my team. Oh well, I'll just leave it now. I'm hoping to actually maintain my level of concentration and my involvement to the absolute maximum and actually go for gold, so to speak, with the Olympics going on right now. So fingers crossed I can do well. Fingers crossed you'll join as well. Let me know that you have, etc., in the comments and on Twitter. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.